I ain't look to see how I look on camera and shit.
Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. How's everybody feeling today? I got a special guest today. I appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir. Peace. What's good?
Thank you for, I appreciate you, coming on the platform and stuff like that. So it's DJ Grim D and stuff like that. Where did you get that name from?
It was developed through my skills as a beatbox when I was a youngster. I believe this was before I was a teenager, actually.
Right.
Dougie Fresh and all of them that came out, Biz. But those two guys, their beatbox skills stood out more than all the rest of the guys that was out there doing beatboxing. Theirs was more sharp, so I gravitated to it. And when I actually saw Dougie Fresh and Biz in a video actually doing the beatbox, I like it amused, it amazed me, you know what I mean? I'm studying the way their mouth movements is and everything. So, I started practicing, and before you know it, man, I started doing beatboxing like crazy. I was crazy with it. And then UTFO back in the days, it was an old hip hop group. They came out with a song called "Bite It." I believe that was in the late '80s when they dropped that song. And the way the record came on, they had a guy from the group that did a something that I never heard nobody do before with their mouth as far as beatboxing goes. And he was actually took the voice of the Gremlins, that movie Gremlins.
Yeah.
He actually took that voice, that stuff like that, and he added that on top of the beats that he was doing with his mouth. Like he did all of that at the same time, and that blew me away. So I already had like a little skills of pretty much the basic of beatboxing already at that time. So when I heard that record, I quickly learned how to do it. I figured it out and I quickly learned how to do it. And I would use that in my archive when I was battling people around the block that was into beatboxing as well. And I was tearing them out the frame with that, So a lot of people after a while started calling me, yo, Grim, So, they remember me from doing that Grim D beef, Gremlin beef from back in the day. So that's where I got Grim from. And then I just added the D to the ending of it. So
got you on that. So I know you do beats and you're an artist. Which came first?
Beatboxing came first.
Oh, beatboxing came before anything?
Yeah, beatboxing came first. Then it elevated to DJing. And from DJing, then I became a writer, an MC. And then after that, that's what came, the beat making. And that's what I'm currently doing today.
Oh, so can we hear something? I usually give people time like during the joint and then they give it at the end. Mm-hmm. But the shit that I just heard you say, like you was spitting earlier, right. I think you gotta wake them up. Wake the people up.
All right, let's do it, man. Let me drop a joint real quick.
Appreciate you. And it's a real DJ. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Oh.
Oh, snap.
Tell the people what you hear.
bunch of bracelets with the diamond on the neck. Conflict on one side, girl, you respect. If this is why she got the text, believe me, she could be the next time of next. So that your best friends get cut into something. You need the biggest customers, small flavors. And she like, imitate not a copy of style of fashion. She make hits talk from this rap. And call so she's the main attraction. The pain is the fact that movie attractions. People say so she got it, you'll stay low. This type of lifestyle breeds energy. What up? GMB, first boogie. What you doing?
Let me get some of that.
Hey, yo, chillin' with a DJ, put it on replay, outside, we gon' even score, even though it's every come, we feelin' for war, what's up, we gon' pull up in the Cobra clutch, we got the game in the Cobra clutch, rolling up, my man, we dope as fuck, we dope it up, we move it up, we do it up, keep the tooling up, just in case, we like the Jeffersons, we keep on moving up, and know what's up, shit is insane, I'm about to take them down memory lane, the Undertaker, I can have them walk with the king, they know what's up, we do what it do, we got a bunch of animals like we up in the zoo, woo.
Yo, it's the party going
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So I see. You went crazy, bro.
Yo, thank you, man.
Yeah, no,
Appreciate that.
no problem, man. So I want to ask you a question and stuff like that. So, who motivated you to like start rapping and stuff like that? Did anybody have an influence on that?
Oh yeah, it's a lot of people, man. A lot of people, but I give you a handful of people that really stood out to me as far as like influence me to do what I'm doing today. One of them is Coogee Rap. Um, the other one is Rakim. Who else? Freddie Fox, Large Professor, the whole main source gang, leaders of the new school, Busta Rhymes, Q-Tip, Lord Finesse. I actually met him once, and right over there in his hood at Forest Projects. There was a guy. He's no longer here now. He passed on. His name was Marcus Dozier.
Rest in peace.
He was my DJ partner back in the '90s. His DJ name was DJ ND. R.I.P. to him. You know what I'm saying? Diabetes took him out. Fortunately, we lost him to diabetes. But he was the one that lived in the same building as Lord Finesse. I forget which one lived above or underneath each other, but they was like in that range in that same building, and they knew each other. And one night we was doing a party somewhere in Manhattan, and I think we had some technical difficulties with one of the items of the equipment. I think it was the mixer or amp or something like that. So we had to dilly back in a cab together to the crib to get another replacement and jet back to the party. And when we went back in the cab, when we got to Forest Projects, he saw Finesse coming across the street. He's like, yo, they go Lord Finesse right there, yo. And I was like, oh word, I was never a starstruck dude, I mean, you
That's
just a guy
regular.
that
That's regular.
yeah, you just had,
You
you're
got
just a guy
talent.
that made it, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I'm not one of those guys like, oh shit, Lord Finesse,
You don't get
nah,
starstruck.
I'm not one of those cats. You know what I mean? I greet you like I'm just me and you. You know what I
A
mean?
regular human being.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, like that. And then if I'm feeling your joints, I give you a shot. I'll be like, yo, I like your joints, man. But I'm not going, do all that extra stuff and all that. But I met him one time, you know what I'm saying, through my man Marcus, you know what I'm saying. And that was pretty much it. We just, we met that night and that was it. We never like got together later on, which I wish we had, but I guess it just wasn't in a deck of cards, but it's all good though.
Do you got any like type of what year you come from, like with the music and hip hop and stuff like that? You when the 90s, 80s, 70s?
I would have to say late 70s.
Late 70s.
Late 70s.
Late 70s. Okay.
That's when I started developing a strong passion for music. The late 70s.
And let me ask you a question, like, because I know you do music and stuff like that, but do you feel like the people around you are motivated as well? Like the passion that you have for it, the love that you got for music and hip hop. Do you feel like people are still keeping hip hop alive, or it's just you feel like you just the only one? Because I honestly feel there's a lot of people from back in the days who got so much love for music that they really love it, and nowadays it's like the drill. It's like talk about your hip hop and your era.
Well, I can say this. It's definitely not just me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a whole bunch of people that's keeping the original hip hop alive. And one of them out of many is Karis One. You got Big Daddy Kane still pumping albums. They underground. I mean, they not giving it the radio play like they used to back in the '90s because everything is about this drill music and all of that stuff. That's like in the airwaves strong right now. With today's
That shit
generation,
took over.
yeah, it's with today's generation. That's the vibe, the wave out here, as they say. But at the same time, the original hip hop artists from back in the days, they still doing it, man. Karis One still dropping albums, man. I done lost count of how many albums he got. He's still pumping them. You know what I mean? Kane too, and Rakim. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the Pete Rock. Large Professor, Jazzy Jeff from the Fresh Prince, Jazzy Jeff. All of those people are still pumping out joints. Lord Finesse, the whole Digging in the Crates crew, Diamond D and Showbiz and AG and all of them. You know what I mean? They still doing it, man. They still pumping that raw hip hop sound.
What made you like get into music?
Well, in the beginning when I was a little youngster, man.
It started when you was younger.
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay.
The passion for music started when I was just a little toddler, man. Because it was the soul music was around, and gospel music was around me all the time. And we used to go visit relatives and stuff like that on the weekends, spend a night sometimes. And they would have a different genre of music that they played in their household. Like I learned about the Bee Gees from spending the weekend over at my cousin's house. My mom didn't. She didn't play Bee Gees stuff. She played stuff like Al Green and ZZ Hill, James Brown, stuff like that. But I learned a lot of different artists is from just being around other family members. So just listening to all of that music so constantly like that, for some reason, it just did something to me when I heard the melodies and some of the performances that I used to see, some of the old footages that they have available that you can just play at any given time on YouTube. Back then we didn't have YouTube or none of that, but they were still alive at that time, and sometimes they would have like these award shows. They used to come on, and they would be performing live, like James Brown, Aretha Franklin, all of those people, Marvin Gaye. They would perform, and man, when I saw James Brown perform for the first time, man, on an award show, seeing the way that man was dancing, the way his whole performance is, man, like I've never seen nobody perform that hard like that, and then got it down to the T. He even like got his band command on every movement he made on stage. Now that's raw genius styles right there. You know what I mean? So when I see that, I just quickly wanted to do music, man, to dive into it. So that's how it all began with me.
So I heard you say, they didn't have certain things back in the days. How did you manage without like, they didn't have YouTube and stuff like that. How do you manage? Was you from the era where there was like no technology, no phones, no?
Nah, it was none of that back then, man. It was none of that.
How did you manage without none of that, technology and stuff like that?
Well, we had two turntables and a mic. You know what I mean? It was basic. You plug in two turntables to the mixer and plug the cord from the mixer into the amp with some speakers, and you got you a couple of crates of records with some fire in it, and that's how you did it.
That's it.
You know what I mean? That's how we did it.
Y'all made it work back in the day.
Yeah. We used to go out in the parks and whatever equipment we had. Sometimes we didn't have the whole setup. I might have had two turntables in the mixer and no amp and speakers.
Your man got
and my other man's got the speakers. So we all put it together and we made something happen.
Wow.
So until I got all of the dynamics that I needed to be on my own, which I shortly afterwards was able to obtain it. I started doing my own thing. So I started meeting people, you know what I mean? Because I was really good at what I did. And people loved the way that I used to play music at the parties back in the days. And sometimes I would like do fancy scratches and stuff like that. And it amused people, you know what I mean? People really love to see stuff like that. And I got a little name for myself, back then. You know what I mean? I was like the neighborhood DJ because, like I said, I started meeting people, and some of those people that I met, knew other people that was connected to certain things that was valuable to me as far as A&Rs at some of those labels downtown down here. Motown and Arista, Columbia, and all of those different record labels. I was connected to those labels through the A&R. Now, when I say connected, I mean connected as far as me and the A&R had. What's the word I'm looking for? We were helping each other out. Like I would give him my mixtapes, like he would check out my joint, he would like it, he would be like, yo, you got skills. And you know what I'm saying? He used to bless me with the records. Like every month he would, all the latest joints that came out, I had it. Sometimes I had the records before the radio even played it.
Wow.
So I was one of the guys. I was one of the DJs around here when Eric B. and Rakim first came out with their first two singles. And they came out with two singles at one time on a 12-inch album. You know what I mean? And those two songs were called Eric B. for President, and the other song was called My Melody. Those two songs dropped at the same time. I had those records in my possession before anybody on this whole block knew about Eric B. and Rakim. I was making mixtapes back then. Walking around, I used to walk around with my school backpack, on the weekends with mad tapes. You know what I mean? Because back then we had people that was outside around here with the big boom boxes. Some of them boom boxes they had was very expensive. They had a record player in the middle of it. Like that cost a couple $100. You see somebody with that, you knew they had bread. They had bread. You know what I mean?
So you come not to cut you off. You come from that CD era, where people selling CD DVD players and DVDs.
I'm way before that, man. I'm way before that. That came later on. Okay. That stuff, CDs and all that. Man, we was doing 8 tracks and cassette tapes.
Wow.
And reel to reels. That's what we were doing. We didn't have CDs, internet. It was none of that.
So let me ask you a question. How do you feel if you had the technology now that people got when it comes to music and all of this new things? Do you feel like if you had that back then, would it made a difference in the music and the outcome or the passion?
No, I don't think so. It's just that they created a system now to make it easier to DJ now. That's pretty much all it is. You just get it eliminate it, the technology that was created now that everybody is using, that we all using today. It made things a lot more easier to deal with.
So it was harder back then. You had to really put that work in.
It was hard because you had to deal with finding people to help you with the carrying the crates of records where you gotta go, carrying the amp. Somebody got to carry the coffin with the 2 turntables and the mixer in it. You know what I mean? Sometimes we had to, it was a lot to get a party going sometimes, because sometimes you just didn't have the manpower. You know what I mean?
Right. And you need a team sometimes.
Yeah,
you could do it by yourself, but
now you can. Because all you need is your laptop.
That's it.
Your laptop. Like if you're doing something in a club, 9 out of 10 the club already got a system. So with turntables or
you just need to bring yourself.
Your laptop and then flash drives. That's it.
That's it.
Back in the days, we didn't have that. We had to literally carry everything to get the job done at a party. We had to deal with crates of records. And them joints was like weights, B. You know what I mean? Carrying 1 crate of records to a certain distance, man. That's a form of exercise right there. You know what I mean? Right. You're going to feel that in the morning if you ain't used to working out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
So I see you got Biggie on your wall and stuff like that. How do you feel about Biggie, man? Like, was that a person that motivated you to like spit or?
Well, I was already writing rhymes before Biggie came out. I just didn't.
You before Biggie type shit.
But what it is that I had started writing rhymes before Biggie came out. But I wasn't taking it serious back then. I was just playing around with it. I didn't even know back then that I was gonna eventually start writing. You know what I mean? It just was something that I was just curious to see what I can do.
Well, how do you feel about Biggie though? As an artist,
I feel like everybody else, man. He was a genius, man. The boy was a genius. It's just kind of sad that we lost him too fast. Because I believe that he would have had more heat coming. You know what I'm saying? That man was a genius, man. Me personally, I definitely was a fan. You know what I mean? Like, I always checked for his stuff when he came out with that first album, Ready to Die.
Oh man,
Classic, man.
Legendary.
And then it was so sad is that he got to finish the second joint, Life After Death, but unfortunately, the demise came, what I'm saying, before the album even came out.
And he was young, man.
Yeah, 25 years old.
I thought he was older than that. God bless him. God bless him.
Him and Pac, man, 24. One was 24, one was 25.
Pac looked like bro too.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was something about back in the days, the food, but they look older than us when we was younger.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it be the lifestyle, Sometimes it just be the lifestyle.
So can we get some? Can I see you DJing? I want to see what you got.
Oh man, yeah, we can do that. Let me go set something up real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. I'll talk to the people, hold them down like Nino. How's everybody feeling today? I appreciate y'all and stuff like that. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It's Green Eyez again. And, this is what hip hop is about. And we trying to keep hip hop alive, man. You understand? And I feel like the best talent is in the hood. That's where you're gonna get that quality. You understand what I'm saying? The people that are signed, they can't make certain songs. They can't say certain things. You understand what I'm saying? They gotta obey by code. Like, we free. You understand? And I feel like to be free is like is an amazing thing and an amazing feeling. Like, you don't gotta watch over your back and stuff like that. You stay focused on your God's given talent. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what this is all about. We got rappers, we got boxers, we got singers. You understand what I'm saying? We trying to bring y'all all different type of different quality up here, Try to entertain the people. We trying to learn as well. We trying to teach. You understand? Each one teach one. My boy getting it right.
I'm ready.
Get it right, and let's get it tight. You want to take the mic? You can take the mic home with you. I should have told you to do the beatbox first. Yeah. You see, I was doing the beatbox.
I can see you doing it though, right?
Huh? Oh yeah, I can put it towards you. That's a whole fact.
Because I'm ready to go.
Unless you want to do it right there, and then you come back.
I gotta be right here.
Yeah, they know what it is. Oh, you hear that in the background?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you turned it around.
Oh yeah, I had to do that for you, man. Come on.
Yes, sir.
I set it up for you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, do your thing, man.
Got that? Oh, y'all want some more footage?
Yeah, come on.
Oh, shit.
We going all night.
Gotta switch it up now. I gotta switch it up now.
Switch it up like Bishop. Man.
Let me go ahead. Let me play some fundamental shits real quick, man. Here we go. Hold on.
Switch it up. One, two, one, two. Mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2.
They know what's going on, man. This is different right here, bro.
Sir.
Different element. They know what's going on. I see that, my boy. Yeah.
Real boogie, baby.
I see that, my beloved.
Yeah.
So just speak to the people freely and stuff like that. And then we'll end it and stuff like that. I think you did more than enough.
Well, let me take this echo off. Yeah, man. I just really love what I do, man. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's proven through my actions and what I just displayed. You know what I mean? On this live footage video. You know what I mean? My man Green Eyes holding it down.
I
You know what I'm
appreciate
saying?
you, man.
And I really appreciate you for having me, man.
Of course,
Because
man.
it's some of us that like never made it, like most known artists and stuff like that. But my thing is like why I'm doing this right now is because I want to let people know that and some people already know this, but I just want to let the people that don't know, that there's people like myself in the hood, you know what I'm saying, that's just as good or if not better than some of your favorite producers out there. And I'm not taking nothing away from them because those people that I'm talking about, the famous, the well-known producers and stuff like that, a lot of them, especially from the old school, you know what I'm saying, from Pete Rock on up or whatever, you know what I'm saying? A lot of those guys, I respect them. They really help me. You know what I'm saying? Do what I do today. You know what I'm saying? They very inspirational. Just listening to some of their footages that they have on YouTube with the interviews. Some of them, like Pete Rock, has demonstrated how he put together some of his beats and stuff like that, which he don't really reveal much, and I ain't mad at him because you don't want to give away too much of your soup, your recipe. You know what I'm saying?
They start exactly.
So yeah. So me personally, man, kind of glad you did ask me, to actually make a beat on site, which I would one day. I guess another episode, but which I don't mind doing.
Yeah,
I'm very good at that too.
We can always come back and you already know, but I heard you say you know how to beatbox.
Oh yeah, man. That's the first beginning stage, man. I'm 51 now, man. I still play around with it here now
Gotcha.
and then, but I don't think if I had to be honest, which I will, um, I don't think I'm as good as I was when I was younger because I was more energetic with it. You know what I mean? I was like, my heart was in it, like how my heart is today with making beats and
The
DJ.
passion.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that the fire went out from beatboxing, no. I still, play around with it every now and then just to sharpen keep my skills sharp because you never know. Somebody might say, try to call me out, say, I don't think you got it no more. You fell off and all
You
that.
gotta be,
And then
yeah. That's like your jump shot.
yeah,
You never lose
you know
that.
what I'm saying? Then I gotta come out the woodworks and start doing some amazing shit that'll blow his mind away. Be like, oh shit, damn, so I didn't know you had that in you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I can do a little something for y'all right now.
Yeah,
Check
yeah,
this out.
Yo, you don't even need to make beats. You don't even need to make beats.
That's Dougie Fresh joint, man. That's one of my idols, man.
That shit sounded like she was playing that shit.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like, did that click, yo. You know what I mean? Yeah, Biz was like that.
Yo, listen. Yo, we don't care what he said. He's up in the fed. In your head. Give a fuck. Everybody was ready. Give a fuck what he do. I'm outside. I'm gonna kick to the new. I'm by myself. I don't take it. I tap it. Took it. He'll end up on the news. Now he's looking confused. Cause he heard we don't play by the rules. We had to switch up. Like this. Fuck with the Jews. Woo. Any last words you want to say to the people?
One love, peace. Thanks for checking us out, man. Word up, Grim Boogie, man. One.
Peace and love, man. I definitely appreciate you, man.